Hey guys, welcome back to Sharon's Nail Boutique. If you're new here, please smash that subscribe button. While you're at it, hit that like button if you obviously like the video. But we are doing these Megan Thee Stallion 3-tone glow ombre nails, and of course we have to get rid of these hideous old ones first, guys and gals. So we will go ahead and do that, and we'll be doing some like ASMR filing, getting that shit off and all that jazzy, snazzy, schnazzle dazzle. But first, yeah, this one's kind of loose, so I'm gonna push that back. And I was gonna do some ASMR, but no, I think we're just gonna go ahead with our regular routine. Guys, I can't. I need to push these cuticles back and just get into this. Fuck that ASMR shit, okay, guys? But seriously, if you do want to see me do my nails and talk about like true crime stories, let me know in the comments below, because that's something I've really been getting interested in lately, guys. The true crime and missing persons and stuff like that. So if that's something that you're interested in as well, and you want to hear me talk about stuff like that while I'm doing my nails, let me know underneath. This is my 5-in-1 tapered, basically like a volcano bit, tornado bit, whatever you want, typhoon, whatever you want to call it. But it is a tapered semi-safety bit, and I'm going in with this. I have sped it up. Normally I would slow this all the way down for you guys, but it's nothing new. I'm just removing all of that acrylic, the gel top coat, and I will use this as well to get through to the bitch decals and remove those as well, guys. So we're just gonna remove all this colored acrylic from our nails and bring it all the way back down to that thin clear base, of course. But with these, we had the full press-on tips like underneath that I had shortened from Valentine's Day, remember, guys? And we just put the tips right onto those. So basically that's what we're filing back down to, very, very thin, as thin as we can get it, without obviously hurting your client or yourself. But I love this bit for getting nails into that perfect tapered shape. Removal, it's a 5-in-1, like I said, so you could use it for a lot of different things. Obviously you want to be very careful, because if you have it going too fast, you can burn your skin if you have it in one place for too long. But for the most part, when you have this at a decent speed, it's, as long as you're moving it around the way you're supposed to, you do not get friction or heat or anything like that. So I get all the way down. I'm just getting the little bit of lifting with the tip of that bit, and I'll move on to my nail sunshine files, which are 100, 150 grit, as you saw in my last video where I broke them down for you and their uses. So we're just filing that down, getting rid of lifting. I will also be using my cuticle bit, not in the ball, not the one that you guys are used to seeing me use. This one actually has teeth on it, and I'll leave the link for this in the description index below. It's perfect for getting lifting on your previous tips and getting all that dead cuticle skin off your nail plate if it's stuck, because these have like little bitty teeth in them. It's not unsafe for your nail at all. It's still very, very gentle. You would actually probably have to do quite a bit of digging with this to do damage. It's only meant for the dead skin that lay on top of your nail. So if there is none, obviously you'd be doing damage. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish blending that in, and I'll use, when I come back in and do the cuticle bit, I'll use the cuticle bit as well to get some of that lifting with the tip. If you can see those ugly white lined marks in this nail, that's actually from, I don't know if you guys remember me explaining to you, from the McCart glue that I actually got in the, I actually bought a 40 pack of McCart glues. And I really have to say, I do not like them for gluing on clear tips, because the, whatever it is, whether it's the odor, the fumes, whatever, it turns clear tips, like it starts eating at the tip and changing the color of it. So I don't like it for that reason. So see how I'm using this cuticle bit? It's got little bitty teeth in it, and I'm able to go on that tip and get like kind of on the side and get those little bit of lifting. It'll come right off. is essentially basically the same type of idea for getting the skin on your nail plate. So it basically snatches the little bits of skin and pulls them up as it goes. Now I have this sped up so it looks much faster than I'm actually going. But I'm going at a very, very slow speed. It's at not even 3,000 RPM. I actually had it at like 2,000. And only going on the cuticle area and on the tip itself, not the natural nail, anything like that. So just be mindful of that, guys. And yes, these look ugly, but I get them shaped. This is a MMA free Mia Secret Violet monomer. I swear by this. I use Mia Secret clear acrylic polymer as well. My OPI bonded with my no lift nails acid base primer. 1 coat, 2 coats of this since I'm doing my nails over an existing set. And I'll do my 2 coats of my no lift nails acid base primer, and I'll wait for that to dry for the most part, and then I'll go in with my thin clear base of Mia Secret clear acrylic polymer. And I'm using my number 12 rainbow holographic Eval brush, which is 100% German Kolinsky brush, and I will leave the link for that as well, guys. As always, let me know if you've actually tried any of the products I recommend. Let me know how those are working out for you guys in the comment section below. I always love to hear from you guys and chat with you, so don't be scared to leave a comment down there, okay, guys? So I'm so excited. We're actually pushing through. We're almost at 1,000. It's very exciting for me because I've been working up to this moment for a very long time. So I just want to let you guys know how much I appreciate you and just let you know it means a lot to me. So thank you. So we're gonna go ahead on that pinky, guys, after our no lift nails acid base primer has dried enough, and we will push up as close as we can, as thin as we can, without taking too much of that product off. And we're gonna pull from the bottom section downward. See that? And we will move on to the next nail, cleaning up the edges as we go. Now, you see how I push down like on my product. As I turn my finger to each side, you're gonna be, now watch, push it up as close as you can, and then tilt your finger as you go, and then start pulling from the bottom section, not the top, because once that's in place already, you don't mess with it. So this one here, I'm not going all the way up because I'm building this section back up since we had to come back in with that cuticle bit and kind of take off that lifting on the side. So a big portion of my nail was missing on the side there, so I had to like fill it in and build it back up a little bit. So now we'll go in with that cuticle bead and just push it up as close as we can and blend it into that next one, and then we'll move on. We'll go on the pointer finger with our next piece. So we'll push it up as thin as we can, as close as we can, and then we pull from the bottom. See that, guys? Perfect every time, and you'll always get that natural shape to your nail because it goes according to your nail type. It just flows into place. As long as you have your nail on a downward angle, gravity will always do its thing. As long as you're holding your brush properly at the proper angles and you have your finger on a downward angle, gravity and your angles will always do the work for you. So I'm just gonna finish that thin clear base. My friend was telling me I should do my other hand, and I probably will do both hands for you guys one of these days. So we're using Glam and Glitz Glow Collection in 2 colors, so Radiant Cream and Journey to Mars Cream. I love these colors. And these seem to be more mixed with like a white base. And then this one here is Mia Secret's Blue Cave from their Glow series, which the only complaint I have about Mia Secret, guys, is that their containers are not big enough by any means. I wish they made bigger containers. So we start off with Radiant on our pinky at that free edge, and we're gonna place our bead, blend it backwards, and then pull the rest of that product down into place, building our nail up. Because we will be encapsulating these, so we're not going to build them up too much. We don't want them to be too thick. But obviously you want some thickness to them because they are long. So you need that strength in the body. So the longer they are, the thicker they get. That's how it is. So we're putting another bead there, blending back up, and then pulling the rest down, making sure our sides are clean. tilting our brush on its side on like a 90-degree angle, pulling, making sure those side walls are tapered and pulled in and tucked. And when I'm happy with the radiant, I'll come in with my Journey to Mars, but add a little bit more at that free edge, just kind of build it up a little bit more, add a little bit more opaqueness there, and then we'll come in with Journey to Mars in that center part up near that where that like natural free edge is underneath. We'll reverse our brush and blend backwards, and then we'll pull that product down over our radiant and blend that into the radiant, ombre it into the radiant. Look how pretty these colors look together, guys. And when you guys get a chance, make sure you look up Megan Thee Stallion's nails. When she had them like this, they looked so nice. I really like them. I like them enough, obviously, where I needed to do them on myself. So I add another bead here, and I will turn my brush around and blend it backwards as well. And then I'll come back in with my blue cave at that cuticle area when I'm done perfecting the Journey to Mars color. Blend that back so you don't have like a harsh ledge when you come in with your blue cave. Dry a little of the liquid out. I was putting too much down, so I had to take a little bit out. So I just, I push that up as close as I can get it. Make sure I'm pulling on the bottom portion of that bead when I blend it. And if I need to perfect it, I just push it back up and fix it, which you can do once you get used to working with your acrylic, guys. It's not hard. I think people panic, and that's usually what happens. But I push this up, then I start kind of tucking and pulling in on the sides, and then work my way to the center. It always works really good for me this way. Every time I take off any excess, and I'll use the center of my brush to really pull down on the center part of that bead. And now I'm going to go back in with some Journey to Mars, which is the green, and then add a little more yellow, and then we'll come in and we'll cap. So yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell, guys. And there's a couple where I actually start off with the blue at the free edge, and then the green, and then the yellow at the cuticle area. So a couple of them I have like reversed and did backwards, which I am pretty sure, almost 100% certain, that that's exactly how her set was done. So I really hope that you guys like this set, and if you recreate it at all, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. You can find me at Sharon's Nail Boutique. On TikTok, same thing, Sharon's Nail Boutique. YouTube, Sharon's Nail Boutique. And on Facebook, you can find me at Sharon Carrero, Carrero. Just like the Porsche, but with an L. So moving to the thumb, and this is one of the ones we start off with the blue at the free edge. And this is our Blue Cave by Mia Secret. And you can buy these singly. You don't have to get the whole entire collection. I know at my nail supply place where I live in Connecticut, they charge like $3.50 for the 1/4 ounce ones. And then like if you wanted the kit, the whole set, it would be like $18 or something like that. So I go in with another bead. It's not dark enough, so place it right there. We'll fade it backwards. Pull our color down. Make sure that it is nice and opaque and dark enough. And we'll start blending back. Add a little bit more. Wait till it polymizes. What I like to do is when I go in with my bead, I place it. I blend it backwards. I wait for it to polymize a little bit more. Then I start fading it and pulling it down. That way, you have your fade going, but you have your product where it needs to be as well. Because without, besides the faded part, you have to have body too in the color area. So part of that color is not you don't have to worry about fading it. So you want that built up properly. So now we're going in with Journey to Mars, which is our second color on our thumb, pushing it up where we need it. We will turn our brush around in a second, blend that back up like I was telling you. Wait for our bead to kind of set up a little bit, kind of pushing that into place, and then we fade it downward before it sets up too much. See what I mean? Just beautiful. We add a little bit more where we need to. And then we'll come in with our radiant. And we'll put one bead first before the top cuticle bead. Just making sure that that color starts off nicely. Making sure it's nice and thin, so when we come in with our next bead, there's not like a huge step for it to go over. Just fade it very nicely into each other. So just push up, push out as you're going. Be pulling downward. And I think I add a little more into that right corner. Just making sure that there is enough space between my color and the edges. And I will add a little more to where I need to on the right side. Making sure to push it up into place as well. Adding a little more at the top there as well. Now, looking back, I feel like I maybe should have added a little bit more to that right side. Well, left, looking at it now, but so I go back in with a little bit of blue. And I think I end up adding maybe a little green, or I cap after this. I might cap after this, I'm not sure. I might add another green bit. Let me know what you guys think of this set so far. I really like it. It came out nice. I'm gonna fade the blue into the green, and yep, then I cap it. So I go like 2/3 of the way up, pushing that clear Mia Secret acrylic and making sure I'm pulling in my sides as well, making sure I'm holding my brush at like a 45-ish degree angle as I'm pulling that in, because remember, these are coffin, they're not square. So if they were square, you'd have it more at like a 90-degree angle, but because they're coffin, you want to have it more tucked in. So pushing our cuticle bead up as soon as we can, and then pull down the rest. Starting on our pointer with radiant at the free edge and fading that backwards, and we will come in with another bead as well. Obviously that's not going to be enough. So same idea, and actually the middle finger is same thing. I start with the yellow and then the green and then the blue, and I believe the ring finger is actually, you start with the blue. So I did, I believe 3 with the yellow at the base and then 2 with the blue at the base, not the free edge. So let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below, what you'd like to see next, if there's any sets in particular that you're thinking of trying but you're just not sure how they might look and you want to see someone else try it before you give it a shot. Let me know in the comments and I can get that up for you. Yes, because my hand is your muse. So finishing up with this green, we will add a little bit more. It's just not dark enough. So you place it and then you kind of push it upward, but having your brush on that 45-degree angle, because it's naturally going to push the rest of the bulk into its proper place. You see how I'm like pushing up towards the cuticle but thinly, and then the rest of that product is a little thicker down towards where I'm blending it. That's how it should naturally be falling. So you just want to be mindful of where your product is being placed, how you're tucking it, how you're placing it, where you're pushing it. All of that matters, because all of that is going to contribute to the bulk and body of your nail, and that's going to matter in the end, because that's going to determine how long you have to file and how quick everything's going to come about. So when I was done with that, I added a little more green and then a little more radiant and capped and moved on to the middle finger. You see what I did there? How I placed it, pulled on the top portion, faded the top portion, then faded the bottom portion. Not pulling from the center of that bead. So you're making sure that whole time that product is only going where it needs to be going and not anywhere else. It's all about using your brush properly. And that comes with, you know, experience over time. You know, I've been doing nails now since 2015 and I'm still making mistakes, so it's not something that you just get overnight. And if you do, well, then you're pretty much a prodigy. So you should be very, very proud of yourself if you got it in one day. But most of us, we don't get it in one day. It takes practice, but like I always say, anything worth having or achieving in life is going to take time and effort. Anything worth having in life should be a challenge to get. So that just makes it more worthwhile, in my opinion. So we're just gonna cap that, and then we'll move on to the middle finger. And I always check from this back view because that rounded look, that's how your nail should look from that back angle. And, you know, just looking at it from your perspective isn't always enough, because it may look really, really nice from your view, but as soon as you turn it to their view, it's not looking so good. So you just want to make sure it's even from all angles. So going in on these, on the ring now with the blue cave, and then we'll go in with the green in the center and radiant at the cuticle area down. And that's pretty much the rest of it, guys. That's what we do on the last two fingers. I really hope you guys enjoyed this set. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you don't mind. Probably get us to 1,000 even quicker and get this giveaway up and going. And until my next one, guys, I love you all so much. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys, gals.